Why the fuck did you put up that sign?
Because he got acquitted, duh.
Bruh, he was the worst president ever. I mean, like, the way he handled the freaking pandemic.
Well, what else was he supposed to do?
Come on. I mean, like, the BLM movement, all this stuff, because of him.
What do black people have to do with COVID and the fucking Trump?
You don't know what black people and minorities have to do with Trump and the pandemic.
Is this another one where like they have it harder situations?
They do have it harder.
How?
Okay, so everyone had to stay home, right? Mm-hmm. Except for the essential workers.
Well, what does that have to do with black people?
Who do you think makes up the base of the essential workers?
McDonald's workers?
Fucking minorities. Have you thought of that? So these minority people, whose job is to serve and to hand out and basically be lesser than whoever they come up against, whoever comes up to them, and they're just out there in the open risking their lives for McDonald's, fucking Starbucks.
And what is Trump supposed to do about that?
He could have them not work, have the stimulus check. He can actually support these people so everyone can be safe at home with their families instead of risking their lives because someone wanted fucking McDonald's at 3 a.m.
But the economy, dude, like, I hate to put people on the line, but like, we have a system to uphold.
People are dying.
Do you have proof?
Do I have proof? Of course I have proof. America is doing the worst so far than any other nation. Yet we're supposed to be the greatest nation in the world. We can't even handle a pandemic.
So, how come black people and Hispanics have to get more, I guess, like, spotlight when there is, like, other, like, white people that are, like, you know?
Because the proportions are way different. It's the proportions for black people getting COVID and white people getting COVID is a drastic difference.
But why?
Because it's the minorities who are out there working and risking their lives. Because
why are they working these bad jobs? Can't they just like go to college and get a better like education?
They'd be able to do that if there wasn't institutionalized racism. Guess what? It was propelled by Trump. How? The Board of Education. You know the lady that runs that?
The white girl?
Yeah, who had no prior experience. She got rid of the cases that helped integrate schools.
So, what you're trying to tell me is that Trump didn't do like his part for the like minorities.
Correct.
And because of that, he's a bad guy.
Well, as far as this pandemic is concerned, yeah.
So how is he supposed to cater to blacks and Hispanics and like the majority of America making its wealth, you know?
By seeing their problem and trying to help them instead of just ignoring them like he's been doing. And when he's not ignoring them, he's just actively hurting them.
How?
I can't believe this. I can't believe you. This stupid sign, you actually supporting him? Like, come on, dude.
Well, because it's like, the economy's gone up. I mean, COVID's...
At what cost, though? The economy's gone up at what cost?
I don't know.
The cost of people's lives. And guess whose lives? It's not people who look like you. It's people who look like me. It's my family. My dad's a truck driver, an essential worker. He's out there. My mom, she does Instacart. She has to take groceries to people's fucking houses.
My dad doesn't get to live and work in like the comfort of his room.
Yeah, he does.
But even if, okay, well, I didn't choose to be born into like, you know, like a wealthy white neighborhood family. Like I didn't choose that. Like what am I supposed to do? Like I'm expected to like work for people that can't provide for me? Like I don't get that.
No, you're not supposed to work for them. You're just supposed to realize their problem.
And what good does that do?
It helps you empathize with them. It helps you see them as not a number, but a human being. They're not just a statistic. They're their own people with their own lives and their own families. They have people that they love and care about, but they're out here risking their lives for you when you want to go get Starbucks in the middle of the night.
I'm starting to see what you're saying. A little.
Alright, so check this out. Minorities don't have access to good jobs because in their communities, when they lived as children, they didn't have access to good education system, which means they have more high school dropouts. And with more high school dropouts, that means that they didn't get to go to college and have good job opportunities. So now they're working minimum wage, no paid sick days, in closed quarters where they have access to the public and other workers themselves. So that's a high possibility for them to catch COVID. And what are they supposed to do when they catch it? They don't have paid sick days. They're working minimum wage, so they don't have enough money for food or shelter. So that's why you're also seeing a high level of evictions and homelessness. And do you understand? They don't have your privilege. They're being affected by COVID at a greater rate because they don't get to work from home. They're actually out there. And when they're out there, they're not protected. So what are they supposed to do? They just catch COVID. Some of them pretend like they don't have it. Others have to face the consequences. It's a messed up system.
So what's the solution?
The only thing we can do is learn about others, empathize with them, and hopefully in the future that empathy will turn into action.
You're right.